I've been meaning to ask you something. Got a moment?
Sure, what is it?
Look, I know I'm not very good at practical things. You know, combat. I rely on you to win our battles, and I shouldn't. So I suppose I was wondering, do you think you could train me?
Of course. We'll start as soon as we have the time.
Fantastic! Can't wait to get cracking. Let's go. If only this place were less murdery. I'd love to stay for a while.
I need to trade some things with you.
Sure, let's trade. Right behind you.
Here I am.
What's on your mind?
Food. Okay.
Tacitus, what is this?
A nail?
Is that what you call it? In the Legion, we would have called it useless. Look how brittle the metal is.
I'm sorry. Well, the forge gets so hot and I thought...
You thought what? You would skip a step? Not heat the metal all the way
Blood
through?
and silver are what
Jesus.
flows through
Now
Martha.
do it again.
That's what they say about this
You
place.
strike your metal like a new mother giving her babe a light slap. Hit it harder.
Markarth somehow
I'm sorry,
manages
Gorza,
to look
I
even
just
colder and
flinch
less
and,
inviting
You
than
can't
Windhelm.
pound the dust out of your
But
iron.
at least the
It'll break
buildings
when
here
it's
aren't
finished.
wooden.
Hit it harder.
Forsworn have great fashion sense.
Out with it. Mm-hmm.
What are you hiding, priest?
I'm not hiding anything. It's closed for a reason.
Typical Imperial lies. First, you take away Talos. Now you're keeping us from seeing our honored dead? You and the Jarl will answer for any desecration of my ancestors' bodies.
That's enough, Thongvor. We're done. If it's about the Hall of the Dead, no, you can't go in there. Arcade protect you.
caused the collapse in trade, Rayrick. The Stormcloaks stalk every road and harass every one of our patrols.
Not to mention the rebels completely control Windhelm and all of East March Hold.
Why do you pester me with battles we can't win? I need my steward to plan for a victory, not nag me with every ill account.
Forgive me for worrying about the future of Markarth.
If you see any signs of Talos worship, it's your obligation to report them to me.
Very well. I'll send a request for additional legionnaires.
You're not from Markarth, I take it.
As if this craggy wretch of a city could give birth to a superiorly bred mer such as myself. No, I'm not from Markarth. I was sent here to lead the Thalmor's interests in this corner of Skyrim. It's my mission to root out all Talos worship in this city.
Why are you after Talos worshippers?
It's a religious matter. The Thalmor do not recognize Talos as a god. He was only a man, and does not deserve a place in our pantheon. The Empire has agreed to accept our beliefs, and its citizens have a responsibility to cease their heretical worship. You're awfully inquisitive, aren't you? I like that. Perhaps you'd care to solve a little problem I'm having.
I'm interested. What is it?
Aldmeri the Scowled. He's old, respected, and I know for a fact that he worships Talos in his home. But the Jarl has been hesitant to call for his arrest. I want you to break into his home and find evidence.
How can I help?
What's on your mind?
I've noticed that many people react badly when I tell them about my dietary habits. And yet they have no issues eating animals. I don't get it. What's the difference? Okay.
I am here for you.
Any thoughts?
It is quite a sight, this place, but would I live here? No. If you need anything else, just ask.
You don't know anything about this house?
No.
Anyone seen entering or leaving? Any strange lights or unusual noises?
It's abandoned, and it's always been abandoned.
reports of Forsworn here in the city.
It doesn't matter if they're in the city. We
You
fight
have
them
the
where they
honor
live,
of addressing a
or
member
have
of the
to fight them here.
Thalmor.
They
But...
I found
disappeared
this
from
amulet in
Montreal.
Ogmund's house.
That's what I'm telling you.
Ah, there we have it. This will be all I need to have Ogmund taken care of. I would like to personally thank you on behalf of myself and the Thalmor for your assistance. Here,
Igmund,
for your work.
we need to talk about the Silverblood
Mm-hmm.
family.
What about them? They seem loyal enough.
Loyal? Thungvor supports Ulfric and his Stormcloaks. We should imprison the entire family as a precaution.
I second that, Igmund. Who knows what that...
You there. You another Imperial puppet? Answer me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's a war on and you don't know what I'm talking about. The Empire is destroying everything Skyrim stands for. Honor, pride, mighty Talos. Jarl Igmund can refuse to see me all he wants. The Silverblood family will be heard.
You said something about Talos.
That's a true Nord hero. A legend. So great that the Divines themselves lifted his soul into the heavens and made him a god. He founded the Empire, and now they've turned their back on him to appease your kind, elf. Do your people rule Skyrim, or do the Nords?
What's this about elves?
Your kind started the Great War, nearly destroyed the Imperial City. Then the Emperor took the coward's way out and surrendered. Now you people dictate everything we do. Don't want us acknowledging a mere human like Talos as the god he is. Stay out of trouble in my city. Hey, what? What are you doing? It hurts.
Something on your mind?
I'd like to start your training.
You would? Now? All right then. Where shall we start?
Let's practice restoration magic.
A very important skill, and, might I add, a highly valid school of magic. Let's get started. Ooh, that tingles. Ooh, haha, tickles too. Let's go. Inigo, are you up for a bit of rhyming?
Sure. My mind is a little bored, so this is pretty good timing.
You're a fun companion, Inigo, even when you're whining.
In my opinion, word games are best when you play them reclining.
Maybe, but right now I'm focusing on these sentences I'm refining.
This is fun, but I am afraid my rhyming skills are, declining.
I can see that. If this were a production, I'd be headlining.
Okay. You win. Very good.
Thank you. I must say, this has put me in a rather good mood.
Well, it should.
That was fun, Inigo. Thank you.
We are going to have some fun today, yes?
Another quiet day.
I sometimes have a bad memory. Too much skooma back in the day. Forgive me if I sometimes repeat myself.
I'm hoping to run my own inn someday.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything. I think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
You know what your problem is, Gilsey.
Why, yes, he's standing right in front of me.
If your problem is uncontrollable desire, then yes, I am.
Right, because I've always wanted a man who combs his eyebrows.
This place is stifling. Hey, since we're here, the open air, do you think you could play something for me?
Mind you don't forget to sweep up, Julien. The floor's looking a bit dusty.
If one more person asks me for a drink.
What can I do for you?
Any thoughts?
I'm thinking that it is colder outside than it is in here.
I need to trade some things with you.
I hope this will be a mutually beneficial exchange. If you need anything else, just ask.
Yes, my friend.
What's on your mind?
Have you ever seen a hover? They are like ticks, except enormous. They hunt people by leaping on them and burying their jaws in their chest. Okay.
You, tell me, do you think I'm attractive?
Why, yes, you are.
Thank you. I suspected as much. Which makes it all the more confusing why Nelos ignores me for that horse of a high elf. It must be out of pity or hunger. I've always said her nose reminds me of a giant turnip.
What brings you to Dragon Bridge?
When the guilds I belonged to last met, Nelos instructed us to refrain from contact for the time being. I suspected this might be some clever attempt for him and Alduin to escape on some tryst, which neither I nor the laws of decency could abide by. So I followed Nelos to Harthinger, but only got as far as Dragonbridge before I lost track of him. I wait here now in hopes that he might return. and in fear that she will be with him when he does.
Who is this high elf?
Alduin is my arch enemy, my nemesis in love. Nelos is always talking to her, confiding in her, when he should be doing those things with me. It makes no sense why he prefers her company. Unlike that Somerset I saw, I'm a fellow Dunmer. Not to mention I'm cuter, funnier, and by far the more talented mage. And the worst part is they just met. How can he value the counsel of that drunk over his companion of 5 years?
People can fall in love rather quickly. Take us, for example.
You're handsome for a Slode, but my heart belongs to Nelos.
Who's Nelos?
Arguably the greatest mage in all of Tamriel. But when it comes to who is most dashing, I will tolerate no argument. He is a Dunmer of average height, but immeasurable stature, his eyes burning with the fire of the Red Mountain itself. For all those who serve the guild, he is our leader, our mentor, our muse. He is the hand and we are the fingers, waiting for the long night when we clutch all of Nirn in our palm.
I object to that. I'm far more handsome than anyone.
You aren't half as handsome as a mud crab, and not even worth comparing to Nelos.
You mentioned you were a mage.
I am, and I'll have you know it wasn't all talent. I worked very hard to become the mage I am, a mage not everyone thought I could be. I still remember when I was but a novice at the college. Whenever I cast a destruction spell, everyone would comment on what a good enchanter I was. I didn't realize it at the time, but I think they were insulting me. Although, to be fair, I am a good enchanter. The best.
Of course. You've made it abundantly clear you are wonderful at everything.
Yes, but I found where I truly excel is with spells of frost and cold. I was in the Arcaneum studying a tome on that very subject when I first met Nelos. He looked so menacing with that lick of hair and blades of war paint slashed across his face, yet his voice was gentle. He asked me if I understood the tome I read. I could only nod what remained of my head as my body melted into the floor. His questions turned out to be a sort of audition, one that I naturally passed with flying colours, despite Nelos having sailed under false ones.
Of course, Julienne. What's on your mind?
What do you do when a customer can't afford to pay for a meal or a drink?
Since my customers are mostly local, I just knock on their front doors the next day.
When I cast destruction spells, people cower in fear, as they should.
So you've tasted the power of destruction at your fingertips. I was addicted from the start. I couldn't get enough of the tingle of lightning spells, or the hot breath of a fireball on the back of my palms. But I was destined to be a cryomancer, and true to fate's word, it's the chill of cold air that I love most of all.
What was so special about the tome?
It was a book recommended to me by the librarian's apprentice on the nature of destruction magic. While some schools attempt to mimic reality and others try to alter it, it was unclear whether destruction was doing one or the other. When you harness the elements, do you draw them from nature or manifest them? When heat is drawn to make fire, does the air lose warmth? Much of this was explained to me by Nelos. Not that I needed him to. I understood it just fine. I just wanted to hear his voice.
Of course. He probably would have never spoken again otherwise.
In any case, he told me how the answer lies in the beasts of the wild and the world around us. When plants fail to grow in mage light, it's proof alteration is not natural. When the invisible can be touched, it proves that illusion is not real. Then look at the way catfish come to the surface when the earth is about to quake, or how rodents scurry indoors days before winter. Nature knows what's real, and it will react to a coming storm in the same fashion, whether it made by mortals or gods. About time.
Spinners, priests of Ifrei, are said to be able to change the past and predict the future. I wonder if my mother could do that. Here I am. Sounds good.
I need you to do something.
Show me.
It seems like only yesterday I left home, but I already feel like quite the adventurer. Thank you, my friend, for keeping me alive.
It's so
What's
nice
next?
and warm in here. Shall we stay a while? I'm glad to see you.
What's on your mind?
We should stay for a drink.
Let's chat.
Certainly.
Tell me about your family.
My father was a hunter, and my mother dabbled in priesthood. Both of them spent most of their time alone, so it was mostly me and my sister. What about you? What was your family like?
My parents are good people. I miss them, and I hope I get to see them again soon.
Do you visit them often?
Not very often. They live in another province.
Oh, maybe someday we could travel to visit them together.
Let's chat.
Certainly.
Will you tell me a story?
I'd love to. What would you like to hear about?
Tell me about the Sylvanar and the Green Lady.
The hunter waits in the boughs, clad only in leaves and shadow. She breathes as the wind shifts and listens. Her quarry's fear grows thicker than the canopy. A glance, a turn, and it breaks cover. Her eyes open. Footsteps, muffled, beat softly through the green. Any other would lose the quarry to the vine-swept earth, yet the hunter does not waver. Over and through the forest goes the silent chase. Briefly, the hunter alights upon a branch. A quick pull from her waterskin, and she's off again. A stream bubbles through the wood, and the quarry stops to drink. Claw leaves scabbard, slick and shining. Teeth bare with anticipation. She leaps.
Go on.
A sirocco of splashes. Claw meets neck. The quarry relents. A moment more would see crimson intrude upon the stream's mouth. She licks her lips. Not this one. At the stream's edge stands a simple man. In his silhouette stands every woodsman, hunter, and guide. Every jackspur, every tree thane and spinner. Every child and every elder stand with him. Yet he stands alone. Her hunter's gaze meets his. She sees herself beside him too. She blushes, and so does he. "My Sylvanar," she says at last. "My Green Lady," he responds in turn. She lowers her claw and turns to the quarry.
What happened then?
In stalking these woods, in keeping them free of terrors, I lose myself to the green. She helps the quarry to its feet. "But I will always bring her back," says the Sylvanar. You have nothing to fear from us, child of the forest, so long as there is the green. We walk where you walk. The Cleverness vanishes among vines. The green lady leaps for the bows. She watches the Bosmer trudge out of the stream and continue through the forest. But she smiles, for the Bosmer is no longer afraid.
Let's chat.
Certainly.
Will you tell me a story?
I'd love to. What would you like to hear about?
Tell me about the cleverness of the Bosmer.
In Morrowind, there was a nobleman by the name of Aldmeri who had a very definitive view of how things should be done. Whenever he purchased a new slave, he had them whipped in the courtyard for 1 to 3 hours. Few slaves ever had to be whipped more than once. As the memory of their first day and the sights and sounds of other slaves' first days stayed with them throughout their lives. When Bryn bought his first Bosmer slave, he ordered his castellan to whip him only for 1 hour. The Bosmer, which Bryn had named Daub, seemed so much more delicate than his other slaves. He was clearly not suited for work in the fields, but looked presentable enough for domestic work.
Go on.
Daub did his work quietly and tolerably well. Bryn occasionally had to correct him by refusing him food, but the punishment never needed to go further. Whenever guests arrived at the plantation, the sight of the exotic and elegant addition to Bryn's household staff always impressed them. Okay, if you need me, I'm here. Okay.
Yes, my friend.
Mind if I ask you something?
Of course. What do you want to know?
Do you want to relax here for a bit?
Okay, I will unwind a while.
Wait here.
Sir, yes, sir.
Make it quick. Away with you.
Hello?
Let's chat.
Certainly. Her name is Rainy. Mother told me she decided on that name because she dreamt of rainfall when expecting. Maybe it was a rainfall of tears. Of course, all siblings fight. It's the natural order of things. I suppose I tended to feel a little inferior. It's a strange thing, feeling both envious and protective of someone at the same time. Okay.
Fate is the name. I keep the inn.
I'd like to rent a room.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way. Let me know if there's anything else you need.